Hello everyone, thank you for joining today's ZEISS Micro Minutes. So my name is Holly. I'm an XRM application engineer at ZEISS Microscopy Customer Center. So thanks for joining me today. So today I will give you a quick introduction of the ZEISS VersaXRM 730, the 3D X-ray microscope. And also I will show you how to use this X-ray microscope to collect a 1-minute quick full view scan of the mouse embryo and then zoom in to do a higher resolution internal tomography. So this is the VersaXRM 730 3D X-ray microscope. So for this 3D X-ray microscope, the highest spatial resolution is 450 nanometer, and the smallest voxel size is 200 nanometer. So also for 730, it's equipped with ZEN NavX software. So we can use this software to control the whole system and to collect all the images. And also ZEN NavX can give you a recommendation, can get you how to set up both full view low resolution scan and high resolution internal tomography for different samples. And for this system, you can have an add-on like the flat panel detector and also the autoloader. So for flat panel detector, you can use it to image larger samples. So the biggest field view you can get with the flat panel is 140 by 160 millimeter, 165 millimeter. And also if you have the flat panel, you can use the fast mode. So you can quick collect a full field view data of your sample within 20 seconds. And also, you can also use the ART workstation, so which is advanced reconstructed toolbox, to use the Deep Recon Pro and the Deep Scout. For Deep Recon Pro can make the scan faster or can improve your image quality. For Deep Scout, you can use it to upgrading your low resolution data. Okay, so let me show you a video. So we can use this video to show you how we use the 730 to collect the full view data of the mouse embryo within 1 minute and then zoom in to the mouse embryo to collect a high resolution data. So this is how the ZEN NavX 2.0 looks like. So the top part shows the setters of the whole system, like a voltage and the X-ray. And the left part shows the whole workflow. So we need 5 different steps to set up a scan. So for ZEN NavX, it gives you a lot of guidance, such as how to mount your sample. So you just need to let the system know your sample size, the shape, the density. So it will give you a lot of recommendations, such as what kind of sample holder you need to use and how to mount your sample. So this kind of sample you need to mount on the tip of the graphite rod. So after that, you can just input your sample name and find a whole folder to save your data. And you can go to next step. So in this step, we can load the sample either manually or with the autoloader. So autoloader is an add-on. So with autoloader, you can load a maximum 14 different samples, and then you can create recipes for each of these sample, and you can run these 14 different samples automatically one by one. So just like this, the autoloader can load the sample automatically for you. And after we collect the image of this sample, it will unload the sample and load another one, and with different recipes. And also this system equipped with a 4 degree of freedom sample stage. So you can move your sample in XYZ direction and also rotate from -180 to 180, 360 degrees. So it's gonna be much easier to center your sample. So to center your sample, to make sure the sample is always in the field view, we need to center the sample at both 0 and -90 degree. With help of this sample stage, gonna be very, very easy. And this system equipped with both SmartShield and SmartLight. So for SmartShield, we use variable light to generate an envelope or digital model of your sample, just like this. And with the help of this digital envelope, the system will know how big your sample, what's the shape of your sample. And then when we move the source, detector, and the sample stage, it will know exactly the position of your sample. So it will prevent the collision between each other. So we can move the source or detector very, very close to your sample or region of interest. And this is how the digital envelope looks like. So the left part is the source, right part is detector, and the middle part is your sample and the sample holder and stage. And except the SmartShield, we also have the SmartShield Light. So SmartShield is very useful, but we cannot use it for thin sample, small sample, or very dark sample or transparent sample. For this kind of sample, we can use a SmartShield Light. So for SmartShield Light, we can just manually draw an envelope according to the shape of your sample, just like this. So compared with the SmartShield Light is easier, but it's gonna be, you need to manually create the envelope. So SmartShield is automatically. For SmartShield Light is manually, but SmartShield Light is a little bit faster than the SmartShield itself. And this is how the SmartShield Light envelope looks like. So for ZEN NavX 2.0, we have 3 different ways to set up scan. So we can set up manually, use 2D projection scout or 3D volume scout. So today I'm gonna show you the 3D volume scout. So for 3D volume scout, we can either gather a quick tomo overview scan, or we can just open existing overview scan. So today I will gather a quick overview scan with the fast mode. So to gather a quick overview scan, so first of all, we just move it to adjust the ROI position in the vertical direction. Since we already generate the digital envelope, the system knows how big is my sample. So it will move the source and detector to some position to collect a full field view scan. So we can just gather this quick tomo within 1 minute with a fast mode. So after that, we turn on the X-ray and we take an image at both 0 and -90 degrees. And then we can use the ROI tool to select a region of interest. So first of all, the system will move the source and detector and select a filter for you. So for this full field scan, it will only take 1 minute, 6 seconds. Okay, so it starts to collect the data. So you can see this is a step mode. So for step mode, usually we stop the rotation of your sample at certain degree and then collect a 2D projection image. And the bottom part shows the fast mode. So for fast mode, it's just continuous rotating your sample without stop. So it keeps collecting the data. And because we don't stop anymore, so fast mode is much faster than step mode. So we can go, so compared with step mode, the fast mode can be 80% faster than the step mode. So we can collect this mouse embryo within 1 minute and maybe within 20 seconds. But with step mode, you need like a half an hour or at least 20 minutes to finish this scan. And it's collecting the 2D projection image. So after we collect all the 2D projection image, the system will reconstruct these 2D projection images automatically, and then load the 3D data into the ZEN NavX 3D viewer. So we don't need to use 3D viewer or other software to check the full view data and to locate the new region of interest anymore. So we can do everything within the ZEN NavX 2.0. Okay, so we already get the full view data right now, and the data has already been loaded into the ZEN NavX. So we have 4 different windows. The top right window shows the 3D rendering of this full view data, and the other 3 windows shows the virtual 2D cross-section view of this data set. So this is a full view scan of the mouse embryo. And after we get the data, we can just create another recipe for the internal tomography and use the ROI tool to locate the region of interest for high-resolution internal tomography. So you can say by changing the size of this ROI toolbox, the field view and also the pixel size will change accordingly. So for some of the sample, it's very complicated, and it's very hard to locate the region of interest through only 2D projection image. So for this kind of samples, we can use this way to collect the full field view data very fast, maybe within 1 minute, and then use 3D data to locate the region of interest. So after we locate the region of interest, so the software will give us recommendation such as which objectives I need to use to cover this field view. And also it will show me a curve, shows the relationship between the resolution and the scan time. So we will know how the scan time will change if we make the field view bigger or smaller. And after we decide the field view, we can go to next step, which is a parameter guidance. So ZEN NavX will search the best parameters for this scan. Just like a very experienced super user. So first of all, it will move the source detector and the sample to the position for the internal tomography. And then it will ask the user to take a 2D projection image. And then the software will check all the parameters according to this image. So first of all, it will change the filter to air, and then set the power, the voltage to 80, and check the transmittance value. So if the value is very, very low, it will check the transmittance again at 140 kV. So if the value is great, it will select a filter according to this transmittance value. And after we decide the filter, it will check the transmittance value at different kV and decide which one is better. Also, it will check the intensity value to decide how much the exposure time we need to use to get enough intensity value. So for this sample, it searched 80 kV, 60 kV, and 40 kV. Yeah, after it searches all these parameters, it will give you 3 different recommendations. One is better image quality scan, one is balanced scan, one is faster scan. So you can see with better image quality scan, it uses 40 kV. So usually low kV gonna give you better phase contrast, but the scan gonna be much longer. It will be 47 hours. Yeah, but with faster scan, it's only 3.5 hours. So you can select which one you prefer, and then you can update the recipe point and run with this recipe point. Okay, so we have a lot of ZMCC workshops coming in the future, and also for the ZEISS Micro Minutes, we have Micro Minutes every week on Thursday, 1 p.m. So if you have any question, please input your question in the chat. Okay, thanks so much for joining me today. So hope you have a great day. Thank you. Bye.